Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Oxygen Not Included Spaced Out Edition here on our Wacky World cartoon reboot. So we're making a lot of good progress with our volcanoes. We've got a lot of improvements we've made. We're working on this one. We got some polluted oxygen trapped up here. We're going to break this tile and see if the steam will help just push that out. If it can, then hurrah. We'll put this back. It'll put some steam out here. That's fine. But it'll put it back, and then, we're good to go. Our water pipes are breaking up here. Hmm. Go ahead, guys. We'll get it. This isn't the best way to do this, but, you know, right now the water's going where it needs to. That's more important. So I'm okay with that. All right, so good. So this pushed that out. Now, let's see. So this is polluted oxygen. So what I'm hoping, and this is steam. So what I'm hoping, what we want to do is I'm hoping that we can push, because we're adding water still, and the temperature in general, like these, well, the rocks are pretty cool, but the volcano will erupt. And I'm hoping it will push the polluted oxygen out so that it replaces it with steam. So we're going to have to watch that. But for now, I'm going to keep it going, keep picking up stuff. We do have some gold in here that is at 400 degrees, so that'll keep evaporating the water. So we're good. But that should pump it out. Now, and of course, they're all busy fixing all of this stuff. Fun, fun, fun. Gonna continue to break until we get, you know, it's even pushing the water the opposite direction because every time it breaks, it reverses. All right, we'll fix that. It's a temporary loss. I'm not too worried about it. Right now, we're still getting what we need over here. That's the more important factor. Now, what we were gonna do, though, we built the roof, is we're gonna put in a new oxygen system. And it's in the, you know, it's up here near the cooling area, but we're going to be putting pipes through a cooling area. Now, I got to be very careful because we don't want the pipes to also be breaking. Um, but we want, some cool gas going through. So, yeah. So we are going to need to decide how to do that. So eventually, I'm going to change this to a 7. We're going to want a series of pipes that are probably going to be running through here. Cold damage, cold damage, cold damage. You know what? We don't need the water in place. Right. The sun has decided to come out between the two buildings outside my window, and I am completely blind where I can't see the screen. I can barely see the screen. And I don't have solid window shades on this. I mean, the sun will go down behind the other building in a minute or so. It just does like this itty bitty gap between the two skyscrapers, and it peaks out. But I think we'll survive. All right, yeah, let's. We don't need the water in the base right now. Let's just focus on getting it in here. Even though I can barely see the screen. All right, we still have polluted oxygen in here. We do. It is going down. Okay. So I'm hoping. I don't want to pick up the gold. I want the gold to stay there. Where's the gold before it picks it all up? There we go. Let's not pick up the gold, because that's my hot thing. What is it at? Yeah, 400. That's going to keep the steam going for now. So the volcano's erupting again anyways, but we can pick up this obsidian over here. Is it just for some reason not picking up obsidian? Cat, do you have to take up the entire desk? It's supposed to pick up obsidian. Oh, maybe because current ambient temperature. No, it's below. It's 113. Okay. Huh. Weird. This is supposed to be below? So send green signal if it's below. Yeah, it's supposed to be. That's right. That's right. Okay. Huh. All right. Well, anyways, besides the point. You guys are working on this still. That's good. Okay. I keep saying we're going to build an oxygen system, yet I have not thought about how. I'm trying to remember the design. Now, the design, of course, it's reliant on electrolyzers, all that good stuff. I'm going to have to look it up. I'm going to pause, and we're going to look it up. All right, we are back. Long enough for the sun to go behind the other building, and long enough to plan out what we want to do for our oxygen. It's going to be a lot of building. So the first thing you'll notice is we've got a power line coming up here, then over here, and into here. Now, we chose this area because it is cold. It's connected to the cold up here, so we should be able to maintain this fairly cold. We got a complex system here. We've got a bunch of pumps, a bunch of electrolyzers, wiring. We still got more to put into it. We've got piping that comes out this way, piping that comes out this way, and we still got to put the hydrogen line in, and other things. So the concept is that we're going to take water from here, and we'll probably supplement this because we may need more than just this long term. But water from here, we'll transform it. It's going to come into our electrolyzers. Each of the electrolyzers will produce enough hydrogen for 2 gas pumps that we're going to put up here. In fact, we can go ahead and put them in. We'll have one on this side and one on this side. There we go. All right. And that'll go for additional power generation. And then these pumps here, they're connected 2 by 2. So each 2 pumps connect in one line. So that way we can get the maximum amount of oxygen into one line. Because if we look, typically right now, this is contents of 500 grams of oxygen. So we can double that to where it's like this, to where it is 1,000 grams of oxygen with 2 pumps. So each gas line is maxed, and we're not wasting electricity pumping gas. Just, well, technically you have to put 2 in, but we're okay. Beside the point. We've got some radiant pipes here and here. It's going to cause cooling. And then we'll be able to send these 5 oxygen lines down into the base. Now, we'll probably just pump all of it into the base and then put a gas pump separate for these. I'm not sure. But it's going to be cooler air. It's not going to be like this at 60 degrees or at 56 degrees. It'll be probably around 30 or 40. So that's going to help the base overall. Takes up a lot of power, that's for sure, so that's why we're doing these massive lines, but we'll be pumping in a lot of hydrogen that, or collecting a lot of hydrogen. This should be able to run up to 6 hydrogen generators. I may be off on my math, but anyways, we don't have it on a high priority, it's just 7s and 5s evidently. We'll just gotta get our dig orders to match, otherwise we'll run into problems. There we go. So we'll get that going, and we'll also have to dig out. Well, so they'll work on that. That's long term. We'll get it going. Eventually, it'll be running. Meantime, we are slowly growing bog buckets occasionally. We're still collecting these things. These poor critters, they are so cramped, which just means that, you know what? We're going to do that. Yep, we're going to do that. These guys are doing better. They're not as cramped. They're a little bit happier now. So that's good because we eliminated some of the eggs. In fact, we don't want to take the stone hatch eggs out. Let's do that. And we'll reduce this down to 1. Okay, cool. So food, we're still going to be okay. Our volcanoes, this one, of course, is still 7 cycles away, so we'll see how that goes. The gold one is up here. We are slowly watching. Of course, not much time has passed. We just paused the video, but still got polluted oxygen up here. It is still, fluctuating. Steam is still transporting to steam, so, we'll continue pump water into here until we can collect it, and we're continuing to pump hydrogen into here because hydrogen is a great insulator, and so we'll keep gas cool. We'll have to be careful we don't release this because it's 500 degrees. Even though it hardly releases anything, we don't want to dig that out. So probably best if we do this. So that we can just trap that thing. Eventually we might use it, but those things are difficult to use. Uh, Anyways, we will continue digging out. I do see that we'll have to put something right there, just so that we can adjust. Okay, cool. But that's really good progress, you know, overall, as far as planning goes, right? I'm curious to see how this is gonna, if this is gonna work good. Hopefully, it will. Aspirant overpressure, so that's good. We're not gonna send any more gas into there. In fact, you know what? We're just, for now, we're gonna deconstruct that line, just so that we're not wasting. Yes, we can also deconstruct that. Cool, and deconstruct this. Just things to deconstruct. We couldn't map out the rest of our pipes up here because we're out of igneous rock. So, as far as what was available. So we, oh, they've already dug it out. Okay, we're probably not out of igneous rock anymore. We were gonna dig this out so that we can go ahead and just collect all of this igneous rock over here. And it's close to where we're building, so perfect. Anyways, these guys will continue digging all of this out, and they'll work on that. So that's the long-term goal. I do want to, however, set up more of these. I kind of want to see them work, but, you know, so we can go ahead and just on the side, no priorities. We're just going to do 5. We can continue to build this out as well. I'm going to need a lock. So let me see, what is it? It's 5 wide, right? Yeah, 5. So we can do that. That'll give us our lock, except that we need to allow for a thing. So we'll continue to do that. Slowly build it out. 2. And this one. We're not going to touch these unless they're dormant. So this one's still active. So it's going to be dormant, then we can build it. And that'll give us copper. We're going to do the same thing with these. We're going to have to redesign these. This one is dormant right now, so we can do an opposite design. Basically means we need to do some redesigning too. So we need to go across there. Let's see, 1, 2, 4, 5. And that one. Might as well. Long term, you know, we're going to be digging all of this out, so that's going to put down a lot of sand. That out. And we need 1 space, right? Yeah. So we'll need 1 space there too, so that we can put a thing. You know, thing. We have to take out this floor. So there we go. Alright. So we'll work on that, and of course there's more volcanoes too. We gotta work on this one and so on and so forth. We've got lots of work to do. So this one technically we can do that. Oh no, wait. Yes, we can. Because we can build it on this side. So it would go up like this. We're going to maximize on this design. Hopefully it'll work out well. So, alright, so we got stuff to do all over the place. All over the map we are going to be. Let me see. This is running though, right? Yes. Good. 35 degrees. So it's still too hot. We need to technically cool this out, otherwise these will still grow. That's good, but these will not grow because this liquid is too warm. Is this still pumping water through? Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, it is. We can disable this though. We turned off the salt water thing, but we didn't disable that. Okay, well we can fix that. Meanwhile, what do we got? Hookshell, you know what? I'm gonna reject all. He'll just get angry and bite at the heels of our poor dupes. We don't want that. How are we doing up here? Okay, so we're starting to get an accumulation of water. It's okay. We've still got the polluted oxygen up here. Can't seem to get rid of that. That's kind of frustrating. We did get that out, so I'm gonna go ahead and build that. And then we'll build this one. Okay, so we'll start. I think we want to temporarily pause the water. I mean, we want water in here, but we don't want too much water. I think it can still go for a while, so we'll watch it. Hopefully we don't get anybody trapped over here. Seem to be building smartly by building the ladders first. So, as long as they don't do something stupid. But we are going to watch as they go and make sure they don't do anything dumb. You know how our dupes are. They, you know, they just love making dumb decisions. Alright, we are going to have to bring this up. So we have a ladder, we can do that. So we're going to go in, and we're going to go in. Then we're going to go over here. Oh, this doesn't need to be on a 9. We'll change it so that we don't get in trouble. Dupes making dumb decisions, trapping themselves, you know, the whole 9 yards, right? There we go. Fixed. Technically, we don't even have to have these on a 7. We could lower it, but we're going to do fine. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead. Still putting in... This oxygen is messing it up in here. This layer of polluted oxygen is causing issues. I was hoping enough steam... Well, it's only 800 kilograms of steam. That's why. 150. We'll go a little bit longer. Gonna have to watch that. Before the end of the episode, we're gonna shut that off. Otherwise, we'll end up with too much water, and then it won't steam. I guess that this one too. How many cycles? We don't have enough cycles to get rid of the sour gas. Because that would be the idea: is that we put in a vent pump, and we pump out everything to get rid of the oxygen. We might be able to do that here. Where's the small pump? Mini gas pump. We're gonna try. We're gonna put it here. We're just gonna do that. The wire. Yeah. If we can, because we can seal this once we build this, we can just put a block here and have this run and pump out the oxygen until it's all steam. I think that's the smart thing to do. We should do the same thing here. We only got 5 cycles. That's going to be tricky. How do we open this up and yet still... See, this is really hot. This one's sealed. I don't know if they can actually reach this one. Might not be able to. Huh. I mean, it's fine. So How do we do this one? Because I could do the same thing. We can put in a little mini gas thing. And then I can just seal it. And pump out the sour gas. And then we'll just take this one off. Oops, hit the mic. All right, we'll do that. I think that's the smart play. Water. Stop, deconstruct, alarm. We got too much water in here. Hopefully we didn't mess this up. If he comes and deconstructs that, that would be appreciated. Thank you. All right, good. All right, cool. All right, so we'll get this taken care of. And so in the next cycle, we should be able to get the polluted oxygen out of here so that we can use the steam. And then, of course, as the volcano heats up, you know, that'll help us. So right now, what is our gold must have cooled down. Well, the gold's still 400 degrees. This water should be evaporating. So maybe there's just not enough room because it's not raising. So we got to get rid of the oxygen, maybe. We'll see. These should work, but we didn't build them perfectly, you know, so you never know, right? All right, so I think that completes us for this episode. I am going to go ahead and do something really quick. This one. Put that one down. Okay, cool. We'll activate this thing. Okay, we got in here. Liquid carbon dioxide. Yeah, so it's okay if we raise the temperature a little bit. All right, anyways, we will see you in the next episode, everybody. Thanks you for joining me.